Hi, we're Fallon and Colt.
Something happened at Costco. I want to get. I've been stewing on this.
For how long?
Period. Okay. A couple days ago. Let me just rewind. I'm just mad. I'm just upset.
Mm-hmm. You're handling it very well. I can tell you're very chill about it.
No, he made me feel like it was my problem when it was clearly his problem.
I'm on his side.
Already?
Immediately.
Okay, so you know how you go to Costco and you can check out, and then right at the checkout there's that the food market. What do they call it? Cafeteria?
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
I know they know you by name. Gotcha.
Okay, so I was going to get a smoothie, not a pizza, because diet.
A smoothie at Costco? Okay. Without even looking at it, it's just call it a milkshake.
All right, well, whatever. Potato pataties.
Patiti?
I go up and I pay for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except it says transaction not complete until it's printed. Printer paper was out, okay? The machine didn't have any printer paper. But it took my money. So I couldn't just go like down the line to like pay for it again. I had to physically wait for someone to come change out the printer paper.
Oh, my God. You had no idea what was ahead of you when trying to get your healthy smoothie from Costco.
Nobody was coming. I looked around, did a whistle.
You did a whistle?
Hey.
No, you didn't.
I need help.
I know you didn't do that.
No, I took matters into my own hands. Dude, action step number 1. Look around, see if there's any other computer. Boom, found it. Look down at the printer box. Boom, got it. Open up the printer box, took the printer paper out of that box, put it in my cartridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it printed the receipt. Guy comes up, he sees this happening. I don't know, I guess he's like walking behind me or something. He's like, hey, why would you do that? And I was like,
I'm with him.
Well, I'm just supposed to wait for you to come give me printer paper?
Seems like he was only a second away.
I took action. I didn't know how long he was going to be. And I was like, what? I just moved it because I needed the printer paper and I needed my receipt so I could go on with my day.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, but now I have to fill that one. And I'm like, good thing you were going to fill this one already. Just move on down and fill that one. It feels like literally every step you had to take didn't change. You're doing the same thing, just one step down.
So can you show your face there again?
I can, but he made it weird. He made it weird because he was like, dude, why would you do that? And I was like, why would I not do that? I don't know where you are. What are you talking about?
So other than whistling like a duck, did you do anything else?
Yeah, I want payment. I worked for you and swapped it out.
No.
Dude, I was befuddled. I was like, dude, the audacity for him to be like.
Do you not realize that almost every time you go somewhere, something happens like this where they're being ridiculous and rude to you? There's a common denominator. You might be the problem.
It's because I'm not a sheep, all right? I'm just out here living my own life. I feel like I was expecting like dude, great critical thinking.
You thought they were going to be like, thank you so much.
Yeah, I thought the dude was going to be like, oh, sorry, yeah, good thing you did that so you didn't waste your time. Apologies.
No, you can't touch like store stuff now.
Boom, popped. It was just a button. Boom, pop, lock, drop it.
It's not to say I haven't done something like that. I'm trying to think of a scenario. There's probably definitely been a time when I've been like, I got to take matters in my own hands.
Yeah, because you don't know. You don't know when they're going to come. You did the whistle. No one showed up.
I've definitely had to get now they're just out and about. Back in the day, you had to ask for the hook to get stuff up off of higher racks when you're short for clothing. Yeah, I used to go just grab the hook.
Never had that problem.
You know.
They just keep the hooks out?
You're a heightist.
Wait. What are you talking about, a hook? I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
To get like a shirt off of a higher thing. Like at Kohl's, it'd be like up so high, you got a hook. So you could. Like
a fire stoker?
It's like a metal long rod so you can get something. How have you never seen this? It's not even for people like you. It's for people like you also.
Okay.
Some stores, this stuff is too high for even you to reach.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm primary. I just shop at Kohl's. Usually I got that Kohl's cash, baby.
Used Kohl's as my example. You never listen to anything I say. Have you ever listened to another person in the room with you?
Dude, the guy at Costco, when he was roasting me, I listened to him for a hot second.
He probably was there the whole time. And he was just watching you. He's probably talking to you, but you weren't listening to him.
I'll be there in a minute. He probably might have.
We watch security cameras. The guy's just like the whole time and like, hey, guy, I'm right. Sir, Sir, he's waving in front
Dude,
of
I
you.
was so
You're
quick.
like,
I felt so proud of myself. I was like, dude, I am. You don't know.
Am I a tech wizard?
One, I was a tech wizard, and one, dude, I'm nobody's problem. Like, you don't have to worry about any
Except
issue.
everyone's problem. You're everyone's problem.
Any issue that pops up, I'm gonna solve it. I feel like, boom, as soon as that printer paper popped out, felt handsome.
That's crazy. Why don't you bring that initiative here?
Yeah, true. Yikes.
I have a question, a scenario per se.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever had this happen to you? I went to lunch with a friend.
Nope.
Hadn't seen this friend in a while.
Okay.
This friend in the past was someone who I thought they were like a little bit flaky. That's not the point of the story, though. I just wanted to set this. I wanted to start building a character for
Give me
this
that
person.
Context, yeah.
Okay, and always like a little bit cheap, but not like you cheap, right? Where he asked me to buy stuff for him all the time.
Okay.
So we go to a Mexican restaurant.
Nice.
So good, so good. You get chips and salsa. I'm someone that I don't need to pay for queso or guacamole. I love it, but I'm pretty satisfied with the chips and salsa.
Even if you're feeling like flirty that day, or like you just hang with the chips and
By
salsa.
flirty, do you mean feeling like a fat POS?
Flirting with.
No, I mean if it's a bigger party, if people are like, "Hey, should we get something to split?" I'm like, "Sure." I'm a down person.
Okay.
But this day, I'm like, I usually eat so many chips and salsa, I can barely even eat my entree when it comes. But we get there, and he's like, hey, let's get the queso. I was like, I don't really want any queso. I'm good with like chips and salsa. He's like, you're going to get it. We're going to split it. It's going to be delicious. I said, okay. So we go through the chips, queso. I do have like my fair share of it. But then at the end of the meal, the server comes up and asks how we want things split. And he tells her to split the app between us.
Oh.
I never wanted the app. And while I did partake, I only did because I felt pressured to partake. I didn't want it. I was like, whose side are you on? Don't you think he should have paid for the full app?
Okay, wait. Is this a close person or not really?
No. They used to be a close person. Now we see each other for lunch once a year.
Okay.
We don't text regularly.
This might sound crazy to you because you know what I usually would say. Like, you ate some of the app, it's on you.
No.
But I feel
normally I agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like if you bring up an app, then you just be like, hey, you got I'll put that on my bill.
I even said like, oh no, I don't. And he's like, come on.
Especially
like he lured me into it. I didn't want it.
How expensive was the case? I mean, that's only like $5, $6, $7, $8 bucks, right?
No, it's more than that.
Oh.
It's probably like 12.
What? Queso's $12 now?
It comes in like a skillet.
Yeah, I'm splitting that. I'm splitting it. I thought it was like $5.
No, we weren't at Qdoba.
I don't know. Yeah.
Inflation, baby. Nothing's cheap anymore.
Okay, how did he say it though? Because you're like, it's almost like we're dating, right? And then I walk in on you making out with somebody, and you're like, well, I didn't want to. So what is that? My suspicions are
if you're making out,
rising up.
If if there's tongue, you wanted it.
That's what I'm saying. You were tonguing that queso.
Everyone wants queso.
Right. Everyone wants to make out with a hot dude.
I love queso. I would never be like, queso. I want.
Exactly. You were tonguing the queso like crazy.
Make it. I want a queso.
What happened was probably
facial.
you probably ate.
Too far.
Not far enough. That sounds really good, dude.
Sounds like third-degree burns. But
It sounds like, here's what happened. I know exactly what happened. You ate at least.
I told you what happened.
No. You ate at least 3/4 of this queso by yourself.
I promise. I was like, I am a very.
And he was sitting there the whole time like, wow. She really wanted that queso.
No. I am a very equal opportunity person when it comes to apps. I try to make sure everyone gets the same amount. If there's one odd one, I let it sit for a couple minutes, and I'll try to usually push it on someone, the person who would be more likely to eat. But if they're like, no, and they're like, you do it, I'd be like, oh, okay. But it's still a fair split because I tried to give it to other people.
Yeah.
But in this scenario, 100%, first of all, we didn't even finish the queso. There was still a tiny bit left. And I, for sure, did not eat more than half of the queso. The point of the story is, at one point, when he's like, let's get the queso, I'm like, no, direct quote, I'm good with just chips and salsa. Him then going, Uh, no, like, come on, like, let's split it. I'm like, okay.
But they said it up front. Let's split it. That was like because if I, because if I was just gonna get the queso, I'd be like, all right, you know what? I'll get the queso. It's on me.
I would never. Let me
He
phrase
did
it
say
like
the
this.
word split.
He did, but let me phrase it like this.
Okay.
I would never, ever, if I went out with someone and I insisted we get an appetizer,
Mm-hmm.
I would never then, when the bill came, be like, it's split between us. I would never do that because I would be like, I'm the one that insisted we get this.
Yeah.
This is on me.
Yeah, but you're rational and you are giving and thoughtful. Most people aren't.
Well, depends.
Yeah, who is this person?
I'm not telling you that.
Just out him right now.
No.
Give the social security number.
No. Mm-mm. Well, I don't know the social security
So
number.
does this make you not want to go get lunch with them ever again?
No, he's the kind of person that I am pretty sure the next time we go out, I can actually just bring it up and just rib him about it.
Yeah, that's
like,
nice.
I think I can make fun of him, and he'd be like, you didn't seem to mind when you were shoving in the back. I'm pretty sure he would give me some crap back, actually, and I would be like, but I would like.
Sounds like a fun lunch. That sounds awesome. Let's do it tomorrow.
Wait, you and me?
Get some more queso.
No way. You'd be like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and you'd never come back for the bill.
That's why I always try to get lunch close to work so I can just run out, run right back.
I want to ask you also, if you feel like this is personal, I want you to look. There's a photo.
Okay.
My dog, he is potty trained,
Nice.
but he's still like, what, 6, 7 months old?
Yeah.
If you don't watch him, accidents can happen.
Accidents always happen.
Sniffing out. You can tell.
Oh, well, it's funny when you sniff initially, and a little part of you is trying to talk yourself into it. It's not. No, it's not. My animal didn't poop in the house.
No, yeah.
For a split second, you
For a split
convince
second.
yourself, and then but if you're smelling poop,
It's still there.
something
So now
happened.
you have to go on the hunt. Okay, go to the usual places. Okay, his usual places. Over by the kitchen. Nope. Over by the dining room. Nope. So imagine my surprise when there's a hot, fresh dump in a hungry hippos box.
Oh, that's
the board
personal.
game. I'm gonna show a picture. Hungry. I took a photo of this. Disgusting. It's gross.
Yikes. That's not.
That feels personal.
Yeah, or was it a message? Was he trying to tell you he's
What
a
could it mean?
hungry hippo? He's talking to you.
That does seem like with my dog Frank, who does eat poop, by the way. That seems like all the logic he might have. I'm a hungry hippo.
Or, okay, it could be a couple things. One,
Okay, break it down. What do you think the message is?
it could be he is hungry and you need to feed him more often,
Correct.
which I know you do feed your animals. You don't starve them. Secondly, he could be sending a message like, I am playing games. Listen, you think I'm playing games?
I'm playing games.
You're going to let me out when it's 3 a.m. You're going to make sure I have food and water constantly. And you're going to give me more pets than the other dog, Dolly.
Last night, they seriously thought they were getting up at 4 a.m. for the day.
Yeah.
They thought he dive bombed my head.
Yeah.
Not the toddler. I go, pushed him. Then what Dolly does, the big one we call Big Beef, we luckily
She's clicking.
we don't have hardwood floors anymore. We got carpet because I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
I couldn't take the fucking Irish jig dancing each morning at 4 a.m. But now it's a heavy breath.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what my dog Percy does that because our bed is like elevated pretty high off the ground, Flex. And
Is that a flex?
he has to jump. Like,
Wait,
yeah.
is it like one of those kid beds where you have a desk underneath? Do you have a ladder for your bed with a desk underneath?
Wait, it's a bunk bed.
You and your wife have bunk beds?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
We hold hands. Her arm always falls asleep because it's up. She's on the bottom bunk. No, but he has to like do a box jump kind of to get up on the bed, which is a lot of energy for him.
First of all, I've seen your dog.
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
no way that
He jumps and he like
little.
he like starts clawing like he's falling off Mount Everest or something, just like. But by the time he gets on the bed, he's like, like it's.
To be fair, it's kind of equivalent to you and I going up a short flight of stairs.
Right.
We're also winded.
Impossible to sleep through though. It's immediate. You're waking up.
The worst sound on earth, we all know, is an animal either puking or licking their crotch in the middle of the night. two worst sounds on the face of the earth.
Or both. Same time.
Like the licking caused cat?
Yeah, that could be it. That would be the only thing worse than that.
I don't think it's ever happened.
Oh, dude.
I'm going to
okay.
go on a limb and say that's never, that combo is so gross.
I don't even want to tell you because it's animal abuse, I think.
And maybe don't put it on the podcast.
Okay, one time my cat threw up. And then my dog, I noticed he started going over towards it as I'm getting the cleaning supplies. And I was like, let's just see what plays out.
No! Colt!
He ate it.
Animals are so gross.
And I was like disgusted, but at the same time, I don't have to take care of it. I mean, obviously, I wipe down the area with like an alcohol wipe. Totally. But
I'm not disgusting.
does that make me a bad person?
Not a great one.
Yeah. We seem to enjoy it, though.
The cat removed it from its body.
Yeah, but
It shouldn't go into another body.
Well, my cat only has like one tooth, so he swallows the food whole. So it comes out looking like it's like fresh food.
Do you have a single animal without a problem?
No. No. No, it's a lot.
It's okay, wait. The dog's obese.
Damn harsh.
Your vet said it, not me.
Yeah. Yep.
One cat has one tooth.
Yes.
One cat has diabetes.
Yes. And the other cat, nothing wrong with him except he has a kinked tail.
Oh, yeah.
Because he got bit by a fox. So I don't know.
Where do you live that he got bit by a fox?
Well, it was before we had him. We found him in the woods.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, he survived.
You did not find him in the woods.
Yeah. No, we did.
What?
It's a long story.
What?
Listen, I'm just doing the Lord's
Did you
work.
steal the cat from someone?
No.
That's a lot of silence.
Okay. No. Unless he was an outdoor cat, someone's outdoor cat, then maybe.
People have outdoor cats.
But listen, I found him, saved him, nursed him back to health.
I
He's
found
mine.
him on this guy's front porch.
He's mine now.
I'm a hero.
And I moved all the way from Texas to Minnesota, so now he's definitely.
You got him in Texas?
Yeah.
How do you know he was bitten by a fox then?
That's what the vet said. They brought him in. They were like, oh, yeah, we see this from time to time. Okay. So.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Dude, there's a lot of wild like cats down there that just kind of like frequent and roam.
Okay.
And then like the fox or what do they call them? Not cougars, coyotes. They come after them.
Yeah, a little snack.
Yeah, a little whole snack.
All right.
Yep.
You got anything else?
I did have to tell you something.
Great.
That is a little. I mean, it's not funny, but it is kind of.
Is it feedback?
Yeah, we've getting a lot of that lately. Okay, so I don't really have a relationship with my parents too much. I feel like there's no hate there. We just don't.
Okay.
I mean, things happen, whatever. We just don't talk. So my daughters, who are 5 and 3, they come up to me and they're like, "Dad, are your mom and dad dead? Are your mom and dad dead?" And I was like, "No." And then I felt bad. I felt like I can't handle my relationships or work them out or figure them out.
Right.
And is it robbing them of a grandparent? Because they don't have any issue with the grandparents because they don't know.
I don't know
They don't know
that
anything.
in your scenario, the name grandparent fits. Grandparent would equal a great parent to me, and I don't know that they would they be. Some people are better with grandkids than they were with their own kids.
Yeah.
Because they've had time to change and whatever. But
Right.
also, sometimes you're like, nah, I'm not exposing if you have like a narcissist parent.
Yeah.
Probably not going to expose your kid to it. You're going to try to shelter and protect them from it like you wish someone would have been able to do for you.
True. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, do I? But also, I don't want them to look back on me like, hey, you couldn't figure out relationships. You just like avoided.
Yeah, you should just take them up and stay a week with them, unsupervised with your mom or your dad.
Just
Yeah.
like, here you go for a week.
For a week. Yeah, why not?
Dude, that'd be crazy. But also, kind of nice downtime. It'd be nice to like clean the house or something.
Your dad could teach them taxidermy.
True. He does like stuffing animals and yeah, that's not fun, dude. Taxidermy when you're a child, it's not.
Can't
You don't want to be
imagine.
exposed to it at all.
I've always said it. They prep you for it. Build-A-Bear. is child's taxidermy.
Dude, I was thinking about this too. I was thinking, okay, so to reconcile,
you found your way there. Yeah.
my relationship with my father, I think it would be awesome if you did the same thing with your dad. Not saying you have a bad relationship, but I feel like our dads would actually get along quite well.
Oh my God, my dad loves hunting, and he would love to have a taxidermist friend.
So what if we get them together like a double date?
My dad's a homebody. He would never leave Indiana.
See, my dad would love to come over to your dad's house and just mill around the
In the
house, see what
recliners?
needs fixing. Maybe like they could work on a well together or something, or like an old tractor.
My dad has a well.
And then we could just be there. I don't know what we're doing.
I don't want to be there.
I don't know what we're
Let's
doing
let them hang out. We don't have to be there.
But I don't know. It'd be a cool like little vacation. We go to Indiana.
That is not a vacation.
No.
That is no. I love my dad very much, but like being at his house
We
where
could
he
ride-
smoked for years and he doesn't even have like cable, that is not a vacation.
Well, I mean, you could just get Netflix on your phone now. But what if we could just be riding 4-wheelers? Does he have 4-wheelers?
Maybe. Sometimes
Maybe.
he does, sometimes he doesn't.
Oh, nice.
He's always wheeling and dealing. I
I
don't know what
love
every
that.
time I go to the farm there is something different on it.
It's not even a 4-wheeler. It's a 3-wheeler. It's like, how'd you even
Maybe.
get this?
He's like, here's my Corvette. Don't tell anyone. It's not legal. I don't know what that means. It's not
Nice.
street legal. I don't know.
Dude, we should go this spring break. We should document it.
Yeah, let me think about what I want to do with my spring break.
No. We should do a podcast with your dad and my dad in Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Okay, put a pin in that. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
All right. You never say never.
Never say never.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.